All right. Where did you grow up, and what were the strongest memories in that place?
I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and strongest memories is just how close-knit the community was there. The mothers, there were 4 or 5 mothers on the block who became my mother's closest friends, and every year after my childhood they would get together and celebrate each other's birthdays. And we would play spider in the web in the summer months. We would run up and down the street. They were poorly lit, and so we could hide pretty well. But we were just always playing. Our family was about as stable, a 1950s ideal, father knows best family. But those were transition years as far as social life in America goes. And my mother, although she wasn't a full-time employed mother, she was probably more than 50% what we would call at that time a housewife. My dad, we never saw. He was a professor at the university, and we'd see him just briefly on the weekends, but he was pretty zoned out a lot of the time, working. 80-hour work. The Vietnam War was a big one, and it kind of shook everybody up. My friends and I were doing, which was kind of affiliating with college students and the movements at the universities. There was a family split. I was actually at Dartmouth College at the time of Watergate, and protests, especially at the universities, were escalating in 72, 3, and 4, and violent protests, as it turns out. And I vividly remember one celebration was around Christmas time, celebration of my brother's birthday, and I recorded it, the whole conversation between family members, my uncle and aunt, my grandfather, all were there. And my grandfather, Cowan, was a staunch conservative Republican. He was very supportive of Richard Nixon. And he just came right out and said, you know, Nixon's a crook, and my dad was also opposed to the Vietnam War. And unbeknownst to me, my mother and father were ready to take me to Canada, to our family cottage, if my draft number came up. But what I recorded at this birthday party was a very heated discussion between the Republicans and the Democrats. After high school, I went to Dartmouth College, fall of 1972, and so I was living in Hanover, New Hampshire. As soon as I got my physics courses down, I'd be able to lateral into the architecture program because my love was always building, constructing things in art. Not being an adult, when I emerged from college, I listened to my father and others who were saying, get a good paying job, a skill, and you can do your expression on the side, your artistic expression, your literary, your writing, and the like on the side. So I worked as an engineer in Detroit, as I said, and very quickly, moved on to training in the arts. And all along, I was writing scripts and writing copy for brochures and advertisements. So I had been writing and designing and drawing and painting and building. And in 5th grade, I had a teacher who, actually it was 6th grade, teacher, Mrs. Ryan, who emphasized creative expression, and I found a love for writing. What got me into writing and art was more just this need to express my ideas and my emotions in those forms. And I can't say why, it just is. I've always done it since I can remember. to every individual in your generation, follow your heart and pay attention to your fellow human beings.